He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But come at the hour.
More units.
Cometh the Interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite.
What's up?
Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, stand by.
On target with their firearms unit. In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
I cannot believe we get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Coming up, a teenage tearaway hits over a ton.
Speed 100 miles an hour.
A suspected fuel thief has a near miss.
Yeah, that's through the red light.
And there's an early morning wake-up call for a suspected drug dealer. Reckless kids behind the wheel
Driver!
are a continuing problem for West Yorkshire cops.
How old are you?
Ben Pearson has his toe down to intercept a stolen car with a youngster behind the wheel.
We are currently going to an ANPR where a Golf has been stolen earlier in the night, believing a burglary. It's literally just at cameras about half a mile from where we are now.
Ben puts his BMW 3 Series through its paces.
I've already got a unit which is very close by anyway. We're just getting to get up in the area and we're going to sit and plot, because there's no point us all driving round in circles when we don't actually know where it is. But if we get somewhere close by, we can probably plot up a stinger.
The plan is for all units to lie in wait, let the Golf come to them, and then direct a stinger unit to its likely escape route.
So what we'll do, we'll just plot up here for 5 minutes and we can see directly there.
Ben is an advanced T-Pack trained driver who despises burglars. He's been patrolling these roads for almost 18 years. So there's no better officer to organise the stinger trap.
Shabby, you'll have best point for a stinger there at that roundabout. If Dave's at B&Q, I'm at this one now. Whichever way it's going to come back, if it comes back, it can come back to the Riddlesden or roadway, which you can get to there from where you are, or the dual carriageway. Either way, you'll be best for stinger there.
It's now a waiting game, but Ben doesn't have to wait long.
There it is.
The stolen Golf speeds past, but this advanced driver is up for the chase.
Dave, Bradford Road towards Riddlesden, Bradford Road towards Riddlesden.
Buckle up, it's going to get bumpy.
Steve, it's coming towards you, going to it drops.
Ben keeps the other units updated. They need to work as a team to bring this pursuit to an end as soon as possible.
X-ray Romeo, 50 urgent, vehicle failing to stop, Bradford Road at Riddlesden towards Bingley. It's a stolen Golf. Authorises for T-Pack, please, T-Pack train. It is dry, speed 80 miles an hour.
The reckless runaway is pushing the brand new Golf to 80 miles per hour in a 40 on the wrong side of the road. And he's picking up the pace.
Speed 100 miles an hour. No other traffic. It is safe to continue at this time.
Pursuits at these high speeds are extremely dangerous. If the roads weren't so quiet, they might have to call the chase off. But this driver ups the ante and flies past the traffic island on the wrong side.
Body worn camera is activated. It's coming towards the roundabout towards Bingley in Cross Flats roundabout now. 70 miles an hour. Yes, just at the roundabout now. He's stand by, braking heavily. It is Old Road towards Bingley, Old Road towards Bingley.
Ben uses his built-in sat-nav to anticipate the driver's moves and directs the Stinger unit to the best place.
Stay caught in the side of the bypass, caught in the side of the bypass and get Stinger out there.
The driver is heading straight towards the Stinger unit.
Confirm Stinger sight.
He's playing straight into the Interceptor's hands.
Vehicle stung, vehicle stung.
It's a direct hit. And with the Golf's front tyres deflated, it's running on borrowed time.
Bypass, vehicle stung.
The driver heads straight over the roundabout in a desperate bid to escape. His early morning joyride is coming to an end, and other units are waiting for it.
He's now standby. It's going to be a decamp.
Stop.
Ben blocks the door, but the driver and a passenger jump out on the other side. The driver makes a dash for freedom up the bank.
Go on, go get him.
But other officers have this runaway cornered and quickly have him in cuffs.
We've got him, we've got him.
Get behind your back. Give us your hands.
The passenger has also been arrested.
Any outstanding? Any outstanding?
Nope, none.
It's been a textbook sting operation. Ben makes tactical contact to block the driver's door, which delays his escape and leads to both suspects being swiftly nicked. But the biggest shock of the evening is yet to come.
Right, I'm behind your back now. How old are you? How old are you?
12, Matt.
12?
Yeah, Matt.
The lad claims to be 12 years old. That's just 1 year out of primary school. He's been driving a stolen car at over 100 miles per hour in a bid to outrun the police.
I'm just going to say this to you, lad. You need to grow up.
It's a safe and successful end to a high-speed pursuit. The Stinger has done its job.
You can see how quickly it's deflated tyres and what he did. Approaching roundabout, he's got no control of vehicle, so he's cleared roundabout, taken out the tyres, and obviously if you look at the alloy on this side as well, it brings them down so quickly. Alloy's completely discarded on that side. So unfortunately someone's car's slightly damaged, but at least we've got a suspect, and you can see he looks about 5 years old, doesn't he? Oh, careful, lad.
This baby driver has trashed an innocent person's brand new £20,000 Golf. But he's in another motor now, the back of a police car.
West Yorkshire at its finest. The intel we've got of this lad is that's what he wants. His role is he goes out to steal a car just to fly around the area. It's not stealing them to sell on. They're not stolen to order. They're literally just driven as a pull car, as something to have fun in. He could commit crime, kill someone. He's just not bothered. That's all he wants to do is go out and back to the 1980s, go for a joyride.
The driver turned out to be 13 years old. He was disqualified from driving for 12 months and banned until passing an extended driving test. He received an 18-month detention and training order and ordered to pay a £30 victim surcharge. The burglary case was dismissed. The passenger pleaded guilty to taking a vehicle without consent and theft in a dwelling. He received a 6-month curfew and rehabilitation order and an undisclosed fine. Still to come, a noisy welcome for the operational support unit.
As you've seen, we've got the dogs to contend with.
Gav is after a motorcyclist with a death wish.
What the hell are they doing?
And a stinky stench under the stairs.
Yeah, I can smell it. I can smell it now.
Local communities can be shattered by drugs.
Thank you for everyone's attendance today.
To crack down on this criminality, the boys and girls in blue are raiding 2 properties where there are reports of drug activity and also potentially machetes.
Now, obviously, intentions to gain rapid entry to the address, search for classic.
There's also the small matter of some large dogs.
I'm sure the guys who have done a recce have seen there is a big dog outside.
Hope it goes well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
With the possibility of dogs roaming around, they're not taking any chances.
Don't want to get beaten, do we?
Sergeant Mick McGowan is part of the Operational Support Unit, specialists at safe entry into buildings and searching. He's responsible for entering one house while another unit enters the other.
We're just sorting tasks out, guys. Angie and Craig are going to be spare with tasers should the dogs start kicking off. Every chance. So we don't want to be caught out. To take a couple of shields out with us, just in case. Right, is everybody happy? Yeah. Right, let's go. Make sure it works.
The tension is high. No matter how much they prepare, there's always an element of the unknown.
Yeah.
As expected, there's a canine welcoming party. They're using the trusty enforcer to break down the door. Speed is vital, so any drugs can't be disposed of. And a suspect is caught unawares downstairs.
Right, pal. We'll explain to you exactly what's going on, and then we're going to do a search of the address, all right?
Mick tries to make himself heard, but the dogs are making a racket.
Anybody that can look after dogs?
What do you mean?
Well, while we're searching, to make them dogs secure so they don't get out of there.
We can't get on.
Oh, they can jump.
We can just... we can't.
Will they shut up?
Probably not.
Now, as you've seen, we got the dogs to contend with. A lot of mouth barking. Other than that, they seemed all right. Gained entry pretty quick. And then secured the male occupant downstairs. How are they getting on with the other one?
Yeah, I think they're fine.
But they've got in.
Believe so, hang on.
The second property has also been entered and the occupants secured, so the search can begin. But there's a problem.
What are you doing? All my kids.
A man claiming to be a relative has turned up and started to cause a nuisance. But it's nothing 7 strapping officers can't handle.
You started it by coming up with an aggressive.
Yeah, we'll do. You stay right there.
Right, and you're the father of the kids at this address?
No, this is my sister, so I'm coming for the kids.
You're coming to look after her kids?
Yes.
Right, let me just go check that. All right, and we'll sort something out.
The man claims to have come to collect the kids, but seems more interested in kicking off with the 6'7" cop.
You're going to be all right now.
Grumpy, get off me.
I'm not grumpy, mate.
Well, just telling you, you big daft dog, get off me now.
All right.
All right, don't you? All right. I'll see you. All right, bye. See you. Done my job. Right. Have a nice day.
He's not going to win the physical, so resorts to some verbal.
Brush your teeth because your breath stinks of shit.
He's saying he's come down to take the kids away. The family are happy for the kids to stay in the property. So he's gone on his merry way. As you can see, he's not a happy bunny. What's happening now is both addresses have been locked down, ready for us going in and searching.
Mick's team get ready to search the first property. With the suspect downstairs, they're starting at the top in the loft. There's evidence of a cannabis grow, but it looks like they've missed the harvest.
Not in yours, is it?
The plants might have gone, but the equipment remains.
As you can see, it's insulated tent. It's used for cultivating the cannabis. It's got the lights in. It's got the fans in. The ventilation, which goes to there's 4 vents on the outside of the roof, so as it goes out into the atmosphere, take the smell away. And as you can see, there's still bits left. You get a good yield off that, which looks like they have. Probably not so long since they've done it, to be fair.
A thorough search of the house reveals a small bag of cannabis downstairs, a machete, but no big stash of weed. One house down, Mick and his team start on the other. The occupants of both properties are known to each other, and there's a familiar sight in the loft.
They've finished it, taking it all to bits.
It looks like there's been a cannabis grow in the past.
Coming down.
But again, they've missed the boat.
It's finished. They've had a growth up there.
But can they find any actual cannabis?
There's nothing in there, Claire.
It looks like they might have drawn a blank. But this search team have noses like bloodhounds. And they picked up a familiar scent under the stairs.
God, it smells strong in here.
Yeah, I can smell it. I can smell it now. Remnant. Oh,
No,
yes,
no,
bag.
that's
Yeah, sorry.
got 2 bags there.
It's a large bag of weed. And cannabis isn't the only drug in the house.
What we've been doing downstairs, in the upstairs bedroom, in one of the pillars, they found some, what we believe, Class A drugs, suspected to be cocaine, but only a small amount, so you could potentially say that is for personal use.
The search team also discovers another machete. And along with the drugs discovered, it's been a worthwhile raid for Mick and his team.
2 positive warrants, which is always a bonus.
The suspect pleaded guilty to possession of a Class B drug found on his person. He was not connected to the loft cultivation or the machete, so no further action was taken. He was fined £100, had to pay a £30 victim surcharge and £85 CPS costs. The occupant at the second property was interviewed and issued with a conditional caution due to the possession of a Class A drug, cocaine, and a Class B drug, cannabis. No further action was taken with regard to the machete. The drugs at both properties were seized for destruction. There were 349 motorcyclist fatalities on the UK roads last year. That's nearly 1 death every day. The Interceptors are always alert to riders who put not only themselves at risk, but also other road users. On the night shift, Interceptors David Robbo Robson and in the driving seat Gav Pearson spot some two-wheel tomfoolery up ahead.
Wrong side of the road.
What the hell are you doing?
Wrong side of the road, aren't I?
The motorcyclist is riding on the wrong side of the road, and Gav and Robbo have a sneaky suspicion why.
Jeez, just trying to avoid.
Trying to avoid speed cameras, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jesus. Let's just see how it reacts to
Well, let's get retro so we're not close to it.
Gav's an ex-army, taser-trained advanced driver. His proudest moment was joining the roads policing team, and his pet peeve is drink drivers. They can't tell if this rider is over the limit, but he's definitely dodgy. If a car came the other way, it could lead to a fatal head-on collision. Gav puts his foot to the floor and gets a closer look at the number plate.
YK.
With the reg clocked, Gav hits the blues, but the motorcyclist hangs an illegal right and speeds off.
He's failing, mate. Failing to stop. Let him.
Sure he goes.
Gav decides not to pursue so as not to put the motorcyclist and other road users at further risk.
Just let him down. Where he's riding, mate. 6-4, we've just had a motorbike driving dangerously. He's gone down towards Broadway through Lupset. We have got a registration of this vehicle. It's just for obs. He has failed to stop for us and done one. We're not pursuing.
West Yorkshire Police do normally pursue motorbikes, but the boys have the rider's registration, which means they know where he lives.
The direction he was initially heading in before we had interaction with him was in the direction of his home address. So we're trying to preempt where he's actually going to end up. because he's gone the opposite way, but to do a loop.
Gav thinks the motorcyclist is homeward bound, but will his instinct prove right?
Kind of hoping, and look who's coming towards us.
Bingo.
Yeah, that is him.
He's going to cut back out up there.
That is him, innit?
Yeah.
They're quickly outside the biker's house.
There's Mike.
The motorcyclist is wheeling his bike around the back, but there's no place to hide from Gav.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can answer some questions, Cocker.
Oh, I don't know.
1, failing to stop for police. 2, for dangerous driving.
Since when?
Since when? Since when you've been going down Horbury Road and you've been going opposite side of the road all the way down.
A minute.
And you've just turned round and done one from us down there again.
When?
So just.
The biker is put in cuffs. He's acting all innocent, but the camera never lies.
So you can come and answer some questions, can't you? Go.
You got him a sec, Gav. You're going to get key.
The lad is led to the car for questioning.
No weapons, no drugs.
No.
So that's cigs, is it?
Cigs, yeah. Phone, lighter, please.
Right, just have a seat in there for us.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me your driving from out of Wakefield, because you've seen us on 3 occasions. 3 occasions you've seen us.
I haven't seen you though.
You have. Because I've been behind you with blue lights on and you went wrong side of the road all the way down Broadway.
But I didn't even see you though. I was just...
No, you did.
No, that's all. Just giving up.
No, you won't go home the way you go home. You wouldn't have gone up Broadway. So I've got it all on camera, mate. I'm not going to argue with it.
That's fine.
All right? You went.
I know, driving like a dick.
Yeah.
He knows the game's up and is blaming his erratic riding on a row with his girlfriend.
I split up with Bert. Went to meet her tonight. It all kicked off. Off in the mood.
But the man's excuses are as dodgy as his driving. Gav has no sympathy.
My worry is how many people you put in danger by doing that.
Do you know
and not
what,
only
I've
just
not-
and yourself as well.
Ever been in trouble like that before, so I can understand. I totally can understand.
I think
You know,
you've.
I'm not
Do you know?
just
Do
this
you know something?
dickhead lad who's
Do you know
going
something?
off.
I think you've done that before. You've done that before for speed cameras.
No,
Because
mate.
nobody would do that.
No,
normally.
mate, I was just fuming.
But is there another reason for his dangerous display?
You've been drinking tonight.
Yeah.
How many you had?
Like 2 vodka Red Bulls.
2 vodka Red Bulls.
Yeah.
2 vodkas might be enough to make him over the drink driving limit.
Take a deep breath and blow. Harder. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Fantastic. Thank you.
The man blows clear, but Gav is in no mood to let him off.
Okay, I'm going to be pushing for it to be a summons to be dealt with at court for it, okay? Because I feel that the nature of your driving was that bad. When you're in that sort of mood and you decide to drive like that, you are putting yourself in danger, but you're putting other people in danger, innocent people.
The anger takes over, so all I can say is I'm sorry.
The suspect has seen the error of his ways, but Gav has some parting advice.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
It was just one simple mistake.
Put the bike away, go to bed.
Classmate, yeah.
All right.
I'm really sorry.
The rider was charged with driving without due care and attention and awaits his day in court. Still to come, a £200,000 supercar stop in Bradford.
Hiya.
Oh, Bob.
How are we doing?
A Leeds crime spree is brought to an abrupt end.
The minute you're under arrest on suspicion of going equipped to commit crime.
And the game's up for a crafty fuel thief.
Just see what a danger it is. It's leaking diesel.
What's that?
Criminals have all sorts of devious ways to conceal their crimes.
Right, deep breath and blow. No, you're sucking.
From trying to cheat the breathalyzer...
You cannot cheat the machine.
...to pretending to be asleep. And the Interceptors are chasing a crafty crook in a van who's carrying a load of stolen diesel in the back, nicked from a local supermarket. The van looks seriously overloaded as it nearly loses control, But instead of pulling over, the driver hits the gas.
Vehicle failing to stop Whitehall Road. With Huddersfield Road, just confirming registration.
Despite the speed, the Interceptor's eagle eyes clock the suspect's clothing. Crucial if the driver should decamp and run.
Appears to be a white male driver, possibly wearing an Adidas top. I can see 3 white stripes in the mirror.
But the only running he's doing at the moment is a red light. With a cargo of potentially flammable fuel, this near miss could have been a catastrophic crash.
Yeah, that's through the red light at junction with Wakefield Road, going towards Brighouse Police Station. Speed 50 in a 30.
The suspect seems to be heading back to the scene of the crime. He's weaving in and out of the oncoming traffic and is now driving on the wrong side of the road in a bid to escape. After 10 minutes, the driver pulls into the supermarket he allegedly stole the petrol from.
We're now committed going into Tesco's supermarket.
And it looks like he hasn't come back to pay.
Yeah, I think he's potentially looking to bail here. Just travelling, and he stole it.
The driver legs it and manages to give the officers the slip. But the eye in the sky is nearby. It soon picks up a man acting suspiciously. Richard Brimlow is racing to intercept.
The helicopter's out searching and has located a male matching the description.
Heading towards Brighouse, Nick.
In Brighouse, so we're just going to go and see if we can intercept this male.
They spot the man identified by the helicopter and Richard introduces himself.
You alright, mate? How you doing? Is this your car?
No, it's my dad's. I'm just cleaning it for him.
Okay. Right, you've been followed by a helicopter from a transit van in Brighouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you in that transit van?
No, I haven't been here.
Abandoned at Tesco's?
I've been to Tesco's, but I haven't been in the van.
Okay. You've been followed by that helicopter. Okay.
Right.
We suspect you're the driver of that car. Okay.
been in a
Now
car.
tell me the truth now, or else you'll be getting in a lot of trouble, yeah?
I haven't been in
Okay.
no van.
Right, okay. Just come and have a seat for a minute. No, we'll get your dad, don't worry.
The lad claims to have returned from the same supermarket, but denies any involvement. However, his top matches the suspect's description. Time for a quick Q&A.
What's your name, pal? Try and relax, mate. Just try and relax, all right? We're just trying to get to the bottom of what's gone on.
The lad is clearly nervous and not exactly behaving like a seasoned fuel bandit.
This is his dad here.
Hello, you alright? Is this your car, sir?
Yeah.
Is this your son I've got in the back of my car?
Why, what's he done?
Well, he's been in a transit down in Brighouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abandoned transit and then run off, followed by a helicopter up here. Okay.
So do we know what he's been in it for?
I've no idea. It's full of stolen fuel in the back of it. So I don't know what's going on at the minute.
The lad's supposed to be shampooing his dad's car, so stories of a potential fuel heist come as quite a shock to his dad.
Obviously, he wasn't here at some point,
No, he
was
went
he?
down to Tesco's to get some car shampoo.
Right.
That's what he told me. Well, he came back with car shampoo, so...
Okay. I take it you've not seen him with a transit, you don't own a transit? Okay. Right, obviously we're just going to have to get the officers that followed it and he's run off from to come up and ID him, see if this is the same male, yeah?
That's okay. Well, we're not saying you've done out wrong, are we? We're just having a chat with you.
The officer from the earlier pursuit arrives to identify the lad. Is this young man really a criminal mastermind?
Okay. That's okay.
Or is he clean as a whistle?
How are you doing?
No, he's a small world, man.
All right, it's not him then. That's fine. As long as you're happy, it's not him. That's fine.
It's a case of mistaken identity by the helicopter, and the lad has avoided a trip to the Nick, but he's not getting off cleaning his dad's car.
So obviously, we'll let him out into your care. He can crack on with the jobs he should be doing, shouldn't he?
Well, he was cleaning me.
Right, pal. Okay. Officer's happy it wasn't you. Okay. But obviously, it just looked your clothing's the same as the person. Unfortunately, they had 3 stripes on their arms. Okay. Obviously, it just looked a bit suspicious for the helicopter. Take care then. Crack on with your dad's cleaning.
I'm going to go back, have a cup of tea now and get back to washing.
Back at the abandoned vehicle, Richard's keen to see why the driver wanted to avoid capture.
Let's open Pandora's box then.
The van contains a tank with around 500 litres of stolen fuel, worth hundreds of pounds.
Obviously, they'll be going into petrol stations, pretending to obviously fill up the van, and actually there'll be a bypass into this container from an external filler, and then they'll just drive off. Just see what a danger it is. It's leaking diesel, you know, from underneath it. You know, that just driving along is just pouring out onto the roads for a motorcyclist, a pedal cyclist, even a car on the road going around the corner at the wrong point. It's losing contact, maybe causing quite a serious accident. So it's, you know, it's good just to, you know, get it off the road, even if we haven't got a body from it.
The abandoned van wasn't registered or insured and couldn't be traced back to anyone. Enquiries are ongoing with respect to the runaway driver. It's late night in Leeds, and Interceptors Richard Jaffa Whiteley and Gary McMaster are on the hunt for a Peugeot. The passengers have reportedly stolen petrol and smashed another car's windscreen.
Steve, we're just up at that roundabout. We'll drop in behind you when you come past.
The Peugeot has been picked up by another unit.
Come
It's here now.
Interceptor Steve Oliver is behind the suspect vehicle. Gary and Jaffa have plenty of time to bring up the rear.
X-ray runway 61, car 2. The vehicle that we were after, the Peugeot, are now behind the vehicle.
Jaffa's a veteran cop who likes a Chinese while watching his favourite film, The Terminator. And he's hoping to put an end to these wrong-uns' crime spree.
We had it.
It's Judgment Day for the Peugeot. Jaffa and Gary take charge of the situation.
Open the door. Put your hands out. Is this your vehicle?
Yeah.
It is. How long have you owned it?
Literally like...
You what?
Less than a day. Just bought it today.
Less than a day. You just bought it today, have you?
The driver claims to have just bought the vehicle, but he's in cuffs and off for questioning.
Take a seat in my car and we'll sort out why we've stopped you. And who did you buy it from?
I'm not too sure. It's a foreign guy off Facebook.
Why have you taken the 24-hour insurance?
To buy the car.
Right.
Why? What's the problem with it?
The car checks out and it is insured, but they were pulled over for stolen petrol and smashing another car's windscreen. While Jaffa deals with the driver, Gary gets to grips with the passenger.
You're being detained for the purposes of a search under Section 1 Police Criminal Evidence Act, right? Because your vehicle and the occupants of it. Right, the occupant. I said your vehicle and the occupants in it. Right, and this vehicle.
Not my vehicle.
Oh, you just stop interrupting me.
No, not my vehicle.
Right, no, you've been entertained for the search because this vehicle's been involved in crime. You understand that, right? Put them on you so you're not legging it and you're not going to do anything to me. Not leg it. Yeah. Step out of the vehicle. Get out on you, you shouldn't have.
No.
With the lippy lad in cuffs, Steve Oliver starts to search for anything iffy in the car. Which doesn't take long. As well as a petrol can, there's gloves, a hammer, pliers and a crowbar, all tools commonly used to commit crime.
Right. The minute you're under arrest on suspicion of going equipped to commit crime, due to the fact of the equipment and tools that you have in the vehicle. Also, a make-off without payment on Cardigan Road where an amount of petrol has been stolen. And also damage to a motor vehicle that's happened earlier in Leeds today. You don't have to say anything. You may have a defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later on in court. If you do say maybe give evidence, you're under arrest to allow a prompt investigation to the offence by means of questioning. All right.
And their list of potential offences gets longer. After a discovery under the driver's seat.
You know what?
Green vegetable matter, I'm guessing that's going to be cannabis. And cash, which would suggest that there's been a level of drug dealing going on.
The cash and weed split up into containers means the two suspects could be facing dealing charges. And that's potentially not the driver's only problem.
I'm just going to do what they call a drugs wipe test on you. All right. Do you smoke cannabis? You don't. So you've got 5 bags of cannabis. There's half a used spliff in the centre console.
Well, I smoke, but...
Right, so you do smoke cannabis. This is just what I'm going to ask you to do is to just stick your tongue out. I'm going to wipe your tongue a little bit and then put it on here. Look, right out and open your mouth. Okay. I'm satisfied that that's passed. You've passed. Are you listening to me or are you goofing with your mate?
I'm sorry, both, but I'm
Right.
He's passed the drugs test, but it's still a trip to the nick for the lads.
Hi, boss.
Evening, you all right?
Yeah, you.
Good.
We've got 2.
2, right.
They're both compliant, they're both.
It's a good result for the boys, and the suspects have given themselves up without a struggle.
I won't say nice lad, but yeah, we've spoke to him right, he's behaved, we've treated him right and courteous, and he's responded back. You know, we're not here to fall out with people, but if we have to get hands-on and grip people, then we will do, but it's not been needed this time. But yeah, maybe he's accustomed to this behaviour and being in the police, I don't know.
For the alleged offences of criminal damage and going equipped, no further action was taken. However, the driver has been reported for possession of Class B drugs and making off without payment. He awaits his day in court. The passenger was released under investigation for the offences of possession with intent to supply and making off without payment. Still to come, a supercar driver tests Ben's patience.
Right, this is going in one of your ears and out of the other.
My ear's blocked.
Hired supercars are a surprisingly familiar sight on the streets of Bradford.
Some people in Bradford seem to have a thing for high-powered cars, higher vehicles. Generally Mercedes, BMWs, Audis, but then you'll get the more specialist vehicles, the supercars as they call them, so Audi R8s, Lamborghinis, we'll get top-of-the-range Range Rovers as well. But it seems strange that what they then do is drive it up and down Leeds Road, which is a 30-mile-an-hour limit where you can never get any speed up in the vehicle.
Supercars and speed bumps are not a good mix.
Oh, you got slow. You won't be going fast over them, will you, lad?
But a combo that certainly does work is Ben Barraclough and Ben Pearson, who are behind £200,000 worth of Lamborghini Huracan. Ben Barraclough is part of the Roads Policing Unit. His first car was a £2,000 Nissan Micra, but he now dreams of owning a Lotus Exige. Ben runs a check on the Lambo's number plate, and something doesn't add up.
Empty. Bravo X-ray 17.
Yeah.
The plates don't match, so it's time for a chit-chat. The Lambo, capable of 200 miles an hour and 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, fortunately pulls over.
That'd be the best filter stop I'd ever have with that.
Hiya.
Bob.
How are we doing? We got documentation, fella?
I certainly have.
Good man. Is it yours?
No.
Whose is it?
It's
Is it higher?
Yep.
Good man.
There you go.
And can you?
The Lambo turns out to be a hire car, and it seems the driver is a bit of a local character.
I'm surprised you don't recognise me.
Not your one. No, no. Should I recognise you?
This is who I am. This
Are
is
you
what I do.
some big mister?
This is
All
what I
right.
do. This is how I
Top
pick up
gear
super-
recoveries.
I pick supercars up.
All right.
Yeah.
The man works for a hire company picking up supercars and has just retrieved this Lambo from a wedding across town.
Do you know him? I'm the local recovery driver.
No.
You haven't seen any of my trucks?
No.
Come on, man, what's wrong with you lot? Everyone knows me.
The boys might not recognise this local legend, but they do recognise a dodgy number plate when they see one.
Yeah, but the plates come back to no car.
The driver speaks to his boss at the hire company.
No, he said, do you know what he said? The car comes back to no car.
Those plates don't exist.
He's saying the plates don't exist.
With the plates not being registered to any car, they run a check using the Lamborghini's chassis number.
No insurance, MOT not held. No reports on it and comes back to Warwickshire.
Is this your car, is it?
Yeah, receive 120, thank you.
The Hurricane is registered to somebody else and not the hire company. It also appears to have no insurance or MOT.
Right, come sit in car, put your cig out, we'll have a chat in car.
Yeah, no problem.
It's getting a bit chilly out here.
Yeah.
That reg does not come back to any car at all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come back to a hire company.
It don't come back to hire company?
No, and it doesn't come back as being insured.
He's just purchased
it. If he's just purchased it and he's lenting it out with a wrong registration on and it doesn't come back to him with no insurance, hang on. What are we going to think now?
You're going to think it's a stolen car?
It's a stolen car or it's not insured?
It seems the car has recently been bought, but the hire company hasn't checked that the documents were in order before hiring it out.
If I were lending a 200 grand car out, I wouldn't have something like that you can just print off on a computer. I'd want to have a pack that you get for recovery and so on and so forth. But this is basically a company that's down in Warsaw that's lending out £200,000 cars to drive around Bradford with dodgy number plates on, showing no insurance.
And that means one thing.
Seizure, as far as I'm concerned. You can get it back tomorrow when he produces the correct details. I'll have a bit of a chat, but like I said, it's going in one ear and out of the... I'm here. Chill.
Ben breaks the bad news to the driver.
So, you put yourself in my position. You're a traffic cop. That car is on a different number plate to where it's meant to be on, to a gentleman that is not you, with no insurance. And you've produced 2 documents and say, all right, laugh, let me go. Doesn't work like that, pal. We will take your car now, you can get it back tomorrow morning. You can get the car tomorrow, it's not an issue, when all the correct documents are produced.
In a desperate bid to keep his wheels, the driver presents some online documents.
Got no points at the moment, have you?
I've got nothing. Right now, he's sending me all the documents to the car. If you don't have a look at it.
But the details relate to the dodgy number plate, not the actual Hurricane.
Have you got the key, lad?
Go there. Officer, look there.
And Ben's patience is wearing thin.
There. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's not that car. That registration is not that car.
The chassis. The chassis.
Right, this is going in one of your ears and out of the other.
My ear's blocked.
In steps the other Ben to clear things up.
Listen. I'll make it really simple for you. Okay, the vehicle that you're driving at the moment, the vehicle registration that you're trying to give us for the insurance isn't the same.
Even with a blocked ear, it seems the message finally gets through.
Where are your keys?
Can I empty the car?
Good.
Lad, take it. Minus.
And Ben has the last word.
Just insure the car. It's easier. Saves time.
Or at least tries to.
You know they hate him. Yeah.
The recovery driver arrives to take the 200 grand Lambo to the police pound, awaiting the £150 release fee. The wrong plates and documents turned out to be an error by the supplying dealer. After several phone calls, the vehicle was found to be okay and was released with the correct plates and papers. And the driver was completely in the clear.
Get the lift off.
Get out.
Yeah, I think you can't get it.
The Police Interceptors are back new next Monday at 8. From a pampered pug to a goat getting the dreaded snip, we're off to the Dales for the Yorkshire Bet, new tomorrow at 8. And tonight, Flinders Street, Melbourne is bracing itself for trespasser trouble in the world's busiest train stations. New next.